We now return to Yuan, the heavenly land of plenty. In the southwest of China, there's a huge basin called Sichuan Basin, which has fertile land and rich products. The only disadvantage is inconvenient transportation. Fortunately, the Yangtze River flows through there, which can open water trade. There's a big mountain in the middle of the city, which makes the resource collection point far away from the riverbank. Due to limited funds at the beginning, it suggested to build a small village near the riverbank to carry out waterway trade so as to make the city financially stable, and then develop inland. Alright. This is where the game learning curve really kicks in. This is my third time attempting this mission. And even though the game is simple, it's a little too simple, and its requirements are not great. So, we've got a little bit of land here, but our main land is over here, and we do have a little bit of iron up here, and then of course we have the fuel for the furnaces way over here, which means lots of transportation, and because of the simplified nature of moving things between warehouses, it's a real pain in the ass, and I have yet to get it right. So, I think I'm just going to end up building a city in the middle, and there's going to be a very large and long transportation chain, and that is not going to be good for anybody. Actually, maybe I should just do it right here and just have, I mean, not, God, this is a really bad mission. The challenge is just in the awful map design. Alright. Let's attempt it this way. But yeah, like this mission, excuse me, this mission might be the end of the series here. If I can't get past this, this is ridiculous. I don't actually like this because of those rocks. I cannot get rid of them. Putting it way over here, though, is bad. How do I do this? I need space. I'm going to need space. Alright, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. So where is that? I'm going to attempt something here. I may not be terribly successful at it. This is where I put it the first time, but it just doesn't really work out. And because of copyright, we're no longer listening to the game's soundtrack. Going back to good old Emperor. Right. Need a market. Actually, I could do this. Doesn't really save me any room, does it? Never mind. Here's going to be an issue. Maybe too far away from. Alright, first thing we need to do is reach 300 population, and then profit. So, we can sell. We can sell grain to a couple places early on. We're going to be using that almost immediately. Or no, that's not correct at all. There, we have one place that can buy grain. And one place that'll buy wood. Alright, we're gonna do this anyway. Ahead of time here. Right, so let's let this go. Construction of the trade wharf. How the hell is that possible? I guess just because the people haven't been watering it. Here we go. We have more people than we know what to do with. Alright. First things first. %59% right here, huh? 61%. Have to be mindful of how many I can get in here, though. It's not very many. We'll go with the 61% here. Okay. So our first bit of profit. Putting that there is going to be really bad. Put that here. So, what I've been learning is that it is bad to have a lot of warehouses, and it's actually good to have lots of warehouses. There's only one warehouse worker. Well, let's let this go. There's only one warehouse cart guy, despite the fact that there are 4 storage areas. As you can imagine, if they have to constantly be moving goods, they're never going to be there. So it's really a terrible system. It's a bad system, the way they've got it set up. As much as I hated Nebuchadnezzar, the one good thing about it was that you could have multiple transport guys, and that this definitely needs that, because it's too much of a mess, especially with this long distance stuff. Man, it just doesn't work out. Alright, so what we're going to do, set that to grain. We're going to go into trade, and we are going to export all that until we get our profit. Since we also need profit, we may as well go ahead and start with the city hall, for the money. Tax collection. Yeah, alright, just put it right there in the middle, that's fine. Since we have so many people, let's go ahead and slow this down too. Alright, let's do wood. I'm gonna regret this. I feel I will regret. Ah, shit. But I think it's ultimately going to be necessary. It does barely reach them, but it reaches them, so they won't catch fire. It's one thing I gotta remember to do out here. So I'm in a very bad habit of not doing that. So one thing I did note was that at one point the transport radius became a little bit harder if one warehouse was not in range of the other, but it is not an absolute. depending upon how high of a priority you set, which is its own... Ah, shit. It's not going to work out either. Which is its own problem. I'll have to figure this one out. Because we see here, like, priority hoarding. Goods will not be used. They'll just be in there. Highest priority effectively is the same thing. If you have somebody here, they will not go to a highest priority warehouse and get the goods from it. So I hate that. And basically, if you try and daisy chain, going from like lowest priority, low priority, medium, etc., etc., they'll just bypass it and go to the highest priority. So it's a really bad system, actually. It's not great. Anyway, I was doing something here. Let's set up... Yeah, let's go ahead and set up that up. As I said, this is my third time attempting this, so it's really finicky, and it's getting on my nerves. Like, a lot. I mean, I guess I could have double. Let's see what this brings me. And then we'll go ahead and attempt this as well. And I know I just said don't do this, but because it's a destination, I think it'll be okay. It's close enough, it doesn't seem to matter too much. And then obviously we're going to want to turn this off for selling it when I actually have goods to sell. I'll just go ahead and turn on wood anyway. Can't believe we're going to need more people. I got 500 people in here. Which, when you think about it, I've got, what, 24, 27 houses? 500 people? Just packing them in. One thing I did kind of learn too, we'll get elite housing eventually, making liquor. Okay, liquor is a popular drink among citizens as a high profit in trade. Okay, but here's the thing. Liquor is made from grain. We cannot use this to sustain that, and you would think that being right near the port, you'd want this as your liquor production and have it right there so it can transport and bing bang bong, it's all done, right? I tried that my second time around. Didn't work out. So, what we're going to have to do is set up this ridiculous daisy chain production, which is now going to take absolutely forever to bring the stuff over, which is really bad. So we're going to probably put, like, centralized production here. This is where everything is going to meet. And I'm going to hate everything about it. Now, I guess we can attempt... well, okay. Let's no longer not do that. Well, we will need this for food, so let's hold off on that for a moment. We'll go ahead and take liquor here as a high priority. We don't have that. We don't have the population for that. I could get rid of these. We're not making our profit, so we're not moving to the next level. Where are we? September? Yeah, well, because that's all the building. So it's actually, we're going to have to sit here for a bit. And let this go. Because I need the initial expense to go away so that we can start making the profit and then move on to the next bit here. Now, one thing I could do as a temporary, I could put a couple liquor makers over here so that they would at least be making the stuff and then selling it for my profit. Because we're not going to use the grain just yet to sell it. But I don't have the people. I could continue to build more, but I'd really rather not. And I could use the grain for the food, but let's just get this knocked out. It'll take a little while. Okay, now see. There probably could be another one here, given how much is still available. Well, maybe not. But I do think I would need to make inroads in here, and to be most effective, I think what I should do is probably cut a path into that. It's a little late now, though. I'm going to have to redo the distribution of that. Because I'd have to put a warehouse like right in the middle. That'd actually be the best way to do it. Okay, so we did make a little bit of profit. Once that is gone, once you take that factor out, taxes are a big part of this right now. But we need 1,000. I know it's not terribly interesting to just sit here and wait for this. But man, this is a real pain. How much does a field take? 15. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to tear that apart. And maybe I'll even have to make another city after here, all over here. Not able to bring too much wood over this way. Yeah, this really is a distance game, and it's actually really annoying. One thing I will say, though, I was kind of off-put by the small map and maybe the maps get bigger. But I do also kind of like just the coziness of it, I guess. It is kind of limiting, but when you compare it to like Emperor, and you can just have a sprawling complex of dozens of the same buildings, it feels, I mean, not as realistic like population, but it does feel, you know, just a little more, I don't know, meaningful with the stuff you have to plan out. Wish I could get this to go away though. Just go neutral. Alright, let's see how much money we made. We're about there. Come on, come on. Okay, cocoon production. Cocoons can be obtained by picking mulberry and raising silkworms. Cocoons are raw materials for the production of raw silk. Build a mulberry garden to produce cocoons. Alright. So, we could do that here. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Because up until like the final tasks, you can keep it small production. Maybe this is enough. Maybe I should do this. Just leave it as is. We don't have enough people though, that's the thing. I need people, which means at some point I need to start distributing the food. It's a little out of range, but we can still do it. So put that down, and then we will no longer export that. We need to get some people in. Stop flashing. Wait a minute. Mulberry Garden, oh, that's a big one. So that will have to be over here then. Alright, well, never mind. Now, the thing about the silk, we can't make silk. Not just this mission, in the game. Little tooltip pops up, says that you can only export it. So, game is still in development, very obviously. Alright, and now that we've done this and we need to sustain a food population, I'm going to suggest that is what I begin this with. Only 40%. At least we get 52% here. Yeah, it's ugly, but it's where we have to be right now, fortunately. And it really won't be until later that we'll need the liquor. Alright, so we can just go straight to the silk. So, now let me figure out where I'm putting this first. $60%, 64%. Don't do that. I'm glad you can cancel that stuff. 72%. That's the best spot for this. It is so very unfortunate how far away it is. Bastard, of course. Of course there would be a rock in the way. Well, were I to put that, can't be there anyway. Right, so we'll come this way then. Okay, now this is where things are going to get real tricky. I put that here. It's not great, but alright. Gotta do that, then we gotta put a patrol tower in here. Not very good fertility. Don't do that, god damn it. Yeah, it'd be way better up there. Way better, 77% up here. Alright. So, let's just put you. So silk, could just put that around. Well, the idea is to get it as close as possible to make it actually viable, so I'll just put this here. And then I'm going to need another one. And this is where this becomes really expensive and inefficient, and I hate it. Alright, what am I doing? No. We do. It just hasn't unlocked yet. That must be it. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Let this go. Damn it. What do you need next? Pharmacy. Alright. Silk railing is now available. Okay, factories process cocoons and raw silk. Raw silk is an important raw material. At present, cities cannot produce silk and satin. The raw silk can be exported to other cities as trade commodities to make profit. Yeah, see, that bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Say what? Number of spare rooms? In the negatives? So we're not sustaining our food? This may have been a mistake. Alright. Well, first things first, we gotta come in here. And we've got to make our priority agriculture. And then the next one, I suppose, would be... Well, actually, we're probably good there. We're low on people, but we're not that low just yet. We will be soon. Okay, it does look like the people are bringing the grain. But the coolies are doing their job. We do have raw silk here. Okay, it might just be because we're very low on people. This might be distance. It really shouldn't be, but it might be. Maybe because these overlap. They're both well outside each other's radii. It's building back up. Medicine services. Why does that keep rebuilding? What the hell is going on here? As you can see, though, now this is not sustainable. This is not enough grain. And now we come into a conundrum. Oh, wait. Now you're going to go get it? Now you're going to go get it. Once again, it's utilizing the same problematic system of going to go get a thing and not... See, now, here we got a problem. Can't store it. Why not? There's plenty of room. Oh, because I'm telling it to clear, that's why. But yeah, rather than them emptying it by the workers taking it elsewhere, it is a go and get situation. Oh, right, I forgot about this. They also need wood. And here then comes the problem. Well, I could utilize these guys just out of range. Well, one of them, at least, would be close enough. Can't get that. To get a few pieces of wood that they could then maybe take. See, I don't think that's going to be close enough. Probably actually want this to be set to like a high priority. And you're off to go get some from here, aren't you? Medium priority. Because that's a high priority too. Yeah, see, this is the part where this is bogging down. And I can't wrap my head around how to fix this. Yeah, you're too far away. Exactly what I was afraid of. Got 1,000 people here, though. Well, so I could have it go to this one. But as I said at the beginning of the episode, the problem is that this guy is one man. He will either come for the silk, or he will come for the wood. Will not do both. But I guess we'd have no choice. We'll see what happens here. No, maybe I'm lying. There do appear to be two. I was not noticing that before. Excellent. It is a ridiculous way to waste some time, though. Where are you coming from, though? That's a problem. I don't want you coming here. See, this is where this is screwing me up. Because now it will come all the way up here, rather than take from here, and I guess either way is fine, but it's also not. Rich class, build mansions. Alright. More than 1,000 people live in high-grade residence or more advanced houses. More than 25 people live in a humble mansion. These things overlap. In a pretty bad way, actually. It's actually really annoying how this works. We need 4. And these also act as a place of employment. That road, yeah. We'll need ceramic. That is going to have to be imported. We're losing a lot of money, but that's all construction. So I guess we need that. We don't need wood. Even though that's being used as, well, we don't need liquor. We will, but I'm not using it as part of profit, so let's instead turn that to ceramic. And then go out to here. I'm not sure what I'm selling off to that. But we'll go in here. We'll import, say, 800 ceramic. So we can see here I have 28 people out of 1,000. Those 28 people are all in these mansions. So to get the 1,000 people in higher residences, we're going to have to give them what they want. We'll need to get ceramics in here, which we appear to have some. We set that to high priority. And I am going to suggest, with only 10 people, we can't do a whole lot here. I'm going to suggest we wait until we get our ceramics. Alright. I'm going to be less picky about that. Uh-oh. Medicine shop. Should still be within range. Alright. Are we selling that? Getting to profit might be very difficult as well. Okay, now we need a temple. Got plenty of people. That is a city hall. Ooh, medium-sized residents. We need high-grade residents. Their next thing will be a hospital, which I... Is that even a thing? Doesn't appear to be a thing. It's not counting. Hope to have a drink. And thus, the problem. Okay, well, I can pause this for a moment. I did myself dirty there. Since it is only drink, you can just put this here. We'll get this started up here. Alright. What we'll do here is liquor. And then when that grows up, set this to the highest priority. Liquor. We're not getting it here anymore, no. We'll then use this distillery. I'm probably going to regret that. Having grain be stuck in here. Still got plenty of people though. We seem to have an incredible amount of silk. Not making any money because, you know, even with that, we're not going to make that 3,000 profit. Not without doing something like getting into the iron. That's right now about the only thing that I can use. So, let's do that thing I said. Or, well, those seem to be within the radius here. I just don't want it to be too far away from that. And having this, like, here would be very sparse. I really hate the system where you can't see what you're doing until you put a road down. You can't see the radius of that being built. Okay, we still have 72 people here. May as well preemptively put down a liquor shop. We don't have that access yet. Just gonna have to look at that. I will say we could probably put down another one of these. If we weren't relying so heavily on the trade. Oh god, we don't have any food over here. Right. Looks like 57 is the best I'm gonna get now. There's already liquor. We need to build a liquor shop. Okay. We are trying to get the people out. I don't know if that's going to be close enough. It may not work out for me. Construction hospital. Hospital can further improve the health level of residents and is also a necessary condition for upgrading of medium-sized residences to high residences. Try to build it close to the residents. Right. Finally, this is unlocked. Looks like we're going to be building many of them. It's good though. Yeah, if we want this silk. Well, okay, so here's the thinking. We're not going to be making as much, right? Export 70, raw silk 106. The less wood that I've got here, the more is being put into here, the more being made into silk, more money. So I'm going to say, get rid of that and stop selling it. We will now go straight into trying to get rid of as much silk as possible, and this is going to be a supply chain nightmare. I'm going to get it all the way from up here to over here, but that's sort of where we're at right now. High priority, medium priority, medium priority. I wonder if I could even get something going there. Probably not. It's not even in range to go get any trees. That one might be. I put one over here, but whatever, it's fine. Or it might not be. Fuck, I don't know. Same deal here, I suppose. Be better off maybe with one more distillery. I just don't... I think we're going to have an issue. And I may need to move. Need to move that Hmm. Alright, why don't we switch that to medium priority? I mean, that's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal. Because we're trying to get all the food to be over here. This guy's got silk issues. I already anticipate this being a problem, so let's just do it. You know, I don't quite recall. That's out of range of this, isn't it? Barely. You know, the more I add, the more pressure I'm putting on the supplies. They will export grain. Alright. I hate this. I hate that we're now at a point where I have to do this, but I gotta do it. I hate that I failed this again. Because now this is just going to circulate. This is just going to roll through everything. We'll never be topped up again. And like this, they're now... Shit, now we can't keep our ceramics. This is really frustrating. I don't know why there's even a trade point here if it's not unlocked. You can't trade that way, you can only trade this way. So maybe my problem was putting this way over here when I should have put it down here. And then just had whatever I could take to move in here. I do not know the correct way to end this. I do not know how you are supposed to do this, and it really pisses me off, actually. It is just very, very frustrating. This is way too much. This is the only size I can build for the mulberry stuff. But look how much stuff is just sitting there, and I can't do anything with it. And then we got all this. It needs to be over here. Because, once again, it's too far away. Now I just need to make profit. There's no freaking way. there's just no way. Take out the construction costs, and we're not making any money. I don't have the people. Well, maybe I do now. Heck, maybe I have too many people. My priority there. We're using that. We're using it for our drink. I need to be using it as a means of selling. Not producing enough. Christ, now we're out of ceramic. So now I gotta go in here. I gotta say import. I don't really want it to be unlimited, but you know, because I mean that's more money gone. So they're all about to go again. Jesus. It's so frustrating. Trying to play this game and get it all right. You know what? Fuck it. Unlimited. Just keep bringing it in, keep it full. And we are importing grain, which I guess we don't have to now. But if we start struggling again, I can't do anything with the wood, because the wood... Priority. Medium priority. Be vacant on that. It just takes too long. It just takes too long for everything to get it where it needs to go. Maybe I should be doing some iron. Can I even trade the iron? Yeah, I'll take it. A little, very little bit. That might be what I have to do, though. We have a lot of people still. Alright. I think I'm just gonna have to do a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna say iron, high priority. I'm gonna say liquor, high priority. That liquor's a high priority. And I might really regret this. Just because we're going to be out of it if we start selling it. What we need to do, though, is get rid of that. I need to get rid of more raw silk. Because that's not happening enough. And maybe go back to wood. Oh, fuck it, unlimited. We have got to make that money. Take away the construction, we're there. Almost, not quite. What that means to me, I almost... Alright. I've been trying to avoid this, but just won't anymore. Damn it. I thought it was importing unlimited ceramics. How do we still not have enough? We still don't have enough. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, this is just where this is really broken any enthusiasm I've had for the game. We're on mission 3, and it is this finicky, this fine-tuned, and this absolutely unnecessary. Like, this map was developed as a challenge specifically for this bullshit. There's no reason for it. I guess I should have built the city, like, right here, just right in the middle of the map, and then everything comes to it. All we need is profit. Profit before this rolling collapse. Because we're selling all the things we need to be establishing here. Okay, we might actually make it. Just gonna last a few more months without this whole thing collapsing. What is your constant problem? I mean, I could put the medicine in, I could put another Taoist temple, but then that's gonna hurt my profits. I might still be able to do it, I suppose. Now we're missing the grain. Am I selling the grain? No. God, that was just gonna start the whole cascade, wasn't it? I was about to start the whole friggin' thing. Alright, how much does this cost? Okay, this is actually really cheap. It's not terrible. We might at least keep the medicine going. 5,000. Just gotta make it one more month. We're losing ceramics. You bastards. Jeez Louise. Alright. Oh, here we are. See you next time.